Well, Thanksgiving has come and gone, and of course, I've eaten way too much. But I'll tell you, there's one more thing I'm thankful for. Fine horror literature. Well, as I said, Thanksgiving has come and gone. As I also said, I have eaten too much. Because I'm still a little bit overstuffed, I will endeavor to make this as brief as possible. But the time has come, once again, for me to open up this month's Nightworms package. This is the November 2022 package from Nightworms, the horror book subscription service. For those of you who don't know, every month, those of us who subscribe get one of these wonderful little care packages in these black padded envelopes. And inside are a curated selection of horror books. I never know what's going to be inside. Usually there's 2 of them. In addition to the books, there are some goodies. Stickers, magnets, bookmarks, coffee, tea. You never know quite what you're going to get. But I like to open them up here on this channel, and that's what we're doing today. I'm opening up the November 2022 Nightworms care package. So let me very carefully extract this from the padded envelope in such a way that I don't slice into a book. And that's open. I can see books inside. Let's go ahead and dig in and see what we've got. I'll start with the books and then I will open up the little goodie bag and see what else they've given me. Okay, I can see by just peeking at the end there are 2 books inside. One is a hardcover and one is a paperback. To maintain the suspense just a little bit longer, I'm going to start with the paperback. And that one is a book entitled Rootwork by Tracy Cross. It says this is Conjure Series Book 1. So this is the first in a series. It's a book, a series, and indeed an author with which I am not familiar. However, there is praise on the back from Lisa Morton, who is an author with whom I am familiar, so that gives me some confidence. Let me go ahead and read the description so we can see what we're in for. The back of the book says, the year is 1889. So this is a period piece. I always like period horror. In fact, I think one thing that's wonderful about period horror is that it allows an author or a filmmaker or a game designer the opportunity to place characters more easily into that sort of isolated, disconnected, helpless situation. Whereas in the modern world, we have these wretched devices in our pockets all the time, so it's harder to sort of build that suspense because we're always connected to one another. That's a whole other conversation. I've talked about it before, and I'm sure I will again. For now, let's carry on with this description. The year is 1889. Set in a small Louisiana parish deep in the segregated South, Rootwork follows school-age sisters Betty, Ann, and Pee-wee during one life-changing summer when the 3 of them head off to stay with their hoodoo-practicing aunt Theodora, a powerful woman feared by the local townspeople. She teaches the girls the secrets of her craft, like how to make hot foot powder and how to whip up some goofer dust to get back at an enemy. Ah, this author knows about goofer dust. That bodes well for this to be a good story. Carrying on, the girls delight in their harmless hoodoo adventures until a tragic event involving the town's racist sheriff promises to change their lives forever. A story of love and redemption, Rootwork explores the strength of family and the darker side of the heart. There's a lot to like about this. As I said, I like a period piece. I'm interested in mythology surrounding folk magic and hoodoo and all of these types of practices. And it seems like the author has done her research. She knows about things like goofer dust, which I guess is not all that unusual. It's reasonably well known, but I suspect there's a lot of people, maybe even some of y'all, who don't know what goofer dust is. So I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to trying Rootwork. That brings us to the other book, which in this case is a book called Such Sharp Teeth, This is a werewolf novel by Rachel Harrison. Once again, a book and an author with whom I am not familiar. Lots of praise on the back from authors with whom I am familiar. Paul Tremblay, Alexis Henderson, Clay McLeod Chapman. Some good names on the back, and some other people who I haven't read, but a lot of people seem to like this book. Let me go ahead and read the description of Such Sharp Teeth. The description on the flap says, "A young woman in need of a transformation finds herself in touch with the animal inside in this gripping, incisive novel from the author of Cackle and The Return." Rory Morris isn't thrilled to be moving back to her hometown, even if it's only temporary. There are bad memories there, but her twin sister Scarlett is pregnant, estranged from the baby's father, and needs support, so Rory returns to the place she thought she'd put in her rear view. After a night out at a bar where she runs into Ian, an old almost flame, she hits a large animal with her car, and when she gets out to investigate, she's attacked. Rory survives, miraculously, but life begins to look and feel different. She's unnaturally strong, with an aversion to silver, and suddenly the moon has her in its thrall. She's changing into someone else. Something else. Maybe even a monster. But does that mean she's putting those close to her in danger, or is embracing the wildness inside her the key to acceptance? This dark comedic love story is a brilliantly layered portrait of trauma, rage, and vulnerability. So it sounds like a lot of very familiar werewolf tropes. I like a good werewolf novel, and unfortunately I don't think we get enough of them. The genre seems overrun with zombies and vampires and serial killers, and I think other monsters like werewolves don't necessarily get the respect or the attention that they deserve. So I'm always on the lookout for a good werewolf novel and looking forward to trying Such Sharp Teeth. But even though I've now covered the books, we're not quite finished. That brings us to this little goodie bag. That's the only thing left in there. As I mentioned before, they always include some little goodie bag that just has some nice stuff that it's not really what we're buying. We're buying the books when we subscribe, but I always like the extra little goodies. So let's see what we got for November. First up, we have, as always, a bookmark. This one says, Everything's Magic. That's their theme for November 2022, Everything's Magic. And it's the same on both sides. It says Nightworms has November 2022 and Everything's Magic on it. I've mentioned several times now, so I won't belabor the point, but I always like to get their little bookmarks. Next, we have the little pamphlet that lists all the items that are supposed to be included, just so that I can double check. They've never missed anything, so no harm ever done, but nice that they list them out for us. There's also an ad on the back for a company called My Dark Library, Cemetery Gates Media, Dark Heart Books, and Dark Matter Magazine, with several forthcoming titles, so I will check those out later. Next up, we have a recipe for hot cocoa. Or, no, not a recipe. This is a description of a hot cocoa blend, which presumably is what this thick thing is. Indeed it is. It says it's vegan and organic, healthy hot chocolate. I don't much care about vegan or organic, but I do enjoy a nice hot chocolate from time to time. And as the weather seems to be gradually getting colder, and I find myself wearing sweaters more regularly instead of just regular shirts or t-shirts or whatever, hot cocoa seems to be in order, so I will look forward to brewing some of this up while I read these books. Next up we have, what is this? This appears to be a sticker. It's a wolf and what looks like sort of a witch's bottle or some sort of a magic bottle with a wolf inside, and there's a skull down there and some mushrooms. I quite like this. I never know what to do with stickers, but I will find a place to put it because I enjoy stickers. I like this one. I just never quite know what to do with them. I'm not one of those who puts stickers all over my luggage or my laptop or anything like that, but I will find a place to put the sticker. Next, we have another paper thing. An autographed book plate. I see an R and an H, so presumably that is Rachel Harrison, so that will go in Such Sharp Teeth, making this an autographed copy. I'll tuck that in there for now, for safekeeping. And next we have, this is a fridge magnet. This also says Everything's Magic. It says Nightworms 2022, or Nightworms November 2022. No, just Nightworms 2022. Doesn't say the month, but it says Everything's Magic, so we know which month it came from. And it's got candles and a little skull-shaped goblet or something on the design. As is the case with stickers, I'm never quite sure what to do with magnets, but I like them in general, and I like this one, so I'll find a place for it. But we're still not done. We have some more things. We have a little business card advertising John Urbansik's book, The Museum of Curiosities. There's a QR code, so presumably I can find more information. That is an author I am familiar with. I always like his work, and I didn't know about this book yet, so I will have to check that out. And it looks like there's one more thing. Yeah, just the one more thing. And this appears to be another signed book plate, a little itty-bitty one. I can't quite make out the signature. Presumably it belongs to this book. Presumably it's Tracy Cross. Let's see, it says Dark Heart, and this book is published by Dark Heart, so I will double check to make absolutely certain that I'm assuming correctly, but presumably this is a book plate that goes with this book, transforming it also into an autographed copy. And that is indeed something for which we can all be thankful. I collect autographed books. I collect books in general, but that both of them came with the signed book plates is all the better. I'm looking forward to trying both of them. They certainly will find a nice home in my library. And yeah, I'm pleased with Nightworms as always. So another excellent offering this November 2022 as we head into the holiday season. But alas, our time together for today seems to be once again at an end. Do make sure that you like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, leave a comment, do all those YouTube-y things. Check down in the What's It if you're interested in more information about these books or if you'd like to get a copy for yourself. I'm going to head off and do a bit of reading. So until next time, take care and stay scared.